What would you do if I told you there was a show produced by The Mandalorian's Jon Favreau, voiced by David Attenborough, the king of documentaries, and has a soundtrack written by Hans Zimmer? I imagine you would say, I want to watch that. Well, the good news is you can on Apple TV+, because today we're talking about Prehistoric Planet.
Some creatures could be called magnificent, or monstrous. Perhaps misunderstood. But only a few creatures who roam this earth could be called all three.
Hey there, Tim from Screen OD here. I hope you're doing well and having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully, we can make your day even better, especially if you're a fan of the old natural history documentary. And today we have one with a twist that has brought together some of the biggest names in television and film to make something that I don't think it's unfair to say is truly spectacular. Before we get started, just a quick reminder that if you love TV and movies, why not subscribe to the channel? Get all the best content direct to your feed. And of course, if you like the video, hit that like button. Right, Prehistoric Planet. What's this all about then? In many ways, Prehistoric Planet looks and feels like many of the most famous and the best natural history documentaries of the last few decades, especially those that have come from the BBC Natural History Unit, the place that brought us Planet Earth in 2006, which was a game-changing documentary in its style, and many of the others that have come following that blueprint in the next 20 years or so, things like Frozen Planet, things like Green Planet. This show has a feel to it that is very similar. It has a structure to it that you'll recognize, and of course, because it has the voice of David Attenborough behind it, it's something that will feel very familiar as soon as you tune in. But of course, there is a big difference. This is a show that is set 66 million years ago, and that means that the animals that you see on screen are not around anymore to be filmed, which means that they have had to be created using computers, CGI, if you will. This is a show that has been painstakingly put together to make you feel completely immersed in a world that is prehistoric, in a world that is full of animals that no longer live on our planet. They have used scientific research to try and recreate these animals to make them look as much like they would have looked in colour, in movement, in behaviour, in the habitats that they live in. And the way that the show has been put together makes you feel like you have been drawn into a world. This isn't Jurassic Park with people running around and dinosaurs chasing them. This is dinosaurs in the world that they lived in. This is the way that they lived their lives 66 million years ago. And as you go on this journey, you sometimes forget that you're not watching real animals. That's how good it is. This is a show that is a collaboration, as I mentioned at the top of the video. This is not just the BBC Natural History Unit, who have made shows around dinosaurs before. They made Walking with Dinosaurs in 1999, you may remember. And then in 2011, they made Planet Dinosaur. Now, this takes the work that they have done previously to a whole new level. And that's because you have the producer, Jon Favreau, who's behind The Mandalorian and directed The Lion King and has been an actor in all sorts of films you will know and love. This is because you've got that side of kind of the Hollywood production values being brought together with the beautiful filmmaking and the knowledge and the science that comes from the Natural History Unit at the BBC. The Moving Picture Company are the people who are responsible for making these dinosaurs come alive on screen. They have a real pedigree when it comes to making amazing kind of photorealistic experiences. They did it for Disney's Jungle Book live action version, and they worked with Jon Favreau on the live action version of The Lion King. So you've got an amazing kind of team who are bringing alive these dinosaurs in front of your eyes. And the way that it's done, the care and the attention and the time that's clearly been put into making sure that this experience is one that feels as lifelike as possible is very, very clear when you're watching the show. Add to this painstakingly crafted and visually arresting show a Hans Zimmer soundtrack. This is one of the great composers in the world of film, someone who brought us the soundtracks to Gladiator, to Dune, to Inception, to Pirates of the Caribbean, you name it. This is a guy that knows how to write music that will really get inside you, that really makes you feel the action as it happens around you. And this gives a cinematic, a real special feel to this show that lifts it to an even bigger and better level than you're already at when you've got the scenes on the screen, you've got David Attenborough narrating. Just that music behind it really lifts it and makes you feel like you are immersed in a world of dinosaurs. Just like a traditional natural history documentary, this 5-part series focuses on different areas in each part. We start off on the coasts, you look at fresh water, at deserts, you look at forests and ice worlds. This is a series that looks and feels like a natural history documentary. It follows animals as they grow up, it follows their battles for every day, looking for food, they fight, they try to survive in different areas of the globe. This is fascinating. It's a lot of research coming out on screen. This is a show that's going to teach you a lot about what happened in a prehistoric world, but it's also a show that's going to entertain you and absolutely visually delight you. Now, this could be a show that feels just like a gimmick. It could just feel like a big Hollywood production there to see dinosaurs fighting each other on screen and you cheering them on from the sidelines. But because there is clearly so much research and science behind it, because you have David Attenborough guiding you through a natural history journey, this feels like a documentary, and that's what it's intended to be. It's a beautifully put together production. It's so well paced, so well thought out that it is very, very hard to stop watching. I recommend that you go and watch it all now, as soon as you can, on Apple TV Plus, because this is a very special piece of television.
This is Prehistoric Planet, only on Apple TV Plus.
Thank you very much for watching the video. It's been great having you, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick reminder, if you did enjoy it, please show your appreciation by hitting that like button and helping more people discover these sorts of recommendations online. Also, if you want more content from Screen OD, I recommend you subscribe to the channel and you'll get all of our recommendations direct to your stream every day, which will make your streaming life better, and that can certainly be no bad thing. Right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.